Hey everybody, this here is Kosho619 with Horizon Hobby and Spektrum. I want to show you this new 2-in-1 ESC motor combination. I'm using it in a MOA. It's a Bully 2. It's really cool how I have it wired. I think I'm the first one to experiment with this. I've basically taken this motor wires, these power wires here that go to your speed control inside the end of the can, and these power wires come up to the front, and I've soldered a single connector IC3 basically to the two leads you see there with that heat shrink on there. And so what I've done is make these two motors run on one battery up in the front of this car. So the battery sits up here just like normal. There's no need for any extra weight. You've got two on and off switches inside the car here. Basically, these are for your Spektrum V2 programmer. You can go through the settings with your programmer and change the modes and the timing and reverse and all kinds of things. You will need that V2 programmer in order to program this, because one motor does run backwards to the other motor because it's in the MOA configuration. So I just wanted to let everybody know that has a crawler that these do work. Just after this clip, I'll post a little running video. The motors do have FOC, so they're kind of like the FuryTech SCX24 motors, where you set a certain throttle and you can basically hold your trigger, and the motor will torque so hard that it just crawls anything at a low speed. So these have been really cool. I've been having a lot of fun with them. I just wanted to catch up with some of this video because I've been working on my helicopters lately. So, alrighty. Anyway, it's a RC 4-wheel drive Bully 2. You can get it at Horizon Hobby. It's should be in stock now, and these motors are also in stock. These are the 1400 kV version. They also come in 2300 kV. Thank you very much, and see you next time. So right now we're on the bottom of my Bully 2. I wanted to show you that these cans of these motors are a little bit longer than a stock 540 motor. So how does the Kosho work around that? You can see there's still clearance here. It's just fitting. Basically, you're going to want to mount your links from the inside here to the outside on this. And I've used a cool little spring basically to hold my frame outward. Just something I had. Plus it looks cool. And why do you do it, Kosho? Oh, because my frame has suspension right there now. Anyway, you can still get your articulation, and you can still get steering, and you know, everything's still beautiful. So cool. Anyway, it articulates really hard, probably even more than it did before with those mounted outward. So anyway, just wanted to let you know, if you do try this with your Bully, that's what you will have to do. One more mention, you guys, is that I'm actually using a SR410 receiver from Spektrum. You cannot use the smart telemetry receiver with this setup because we're sending two telemetry signals to the receiver, and there's no way to take one telemetry signal away, because of that gray wire is also a signal wire. So what you have to do is use that SR410 standard receiver. Do not use a smart receiver for this MOA setup. This is that V2 programmer for your Avion and Firma speed controls. So here you see me connected to the programmer. I'm gonna try to set it down so I can go through the buttons here. Let's turn it. So anyway, you can see the number one RPM match is enabled. You can, we'll just go through and show you the mode so I don't change anything. LiPo auto cells, cutoff voltage, the ESC thermal protection, motor rotation, I use that. The BEC voltage is at 6 volts. This back speed control is not using the BEC. That's one thing I forgot to mention. You do have to disconnect the red wire on either your rear motor or your front motor, because we don't want to put two BEC voltages into the receiver. So that first speed control, which is not lit up right now, has got 7.4 volts to my high voltage servo on my steering. So here's a drag brake. Here's drag brake rate. Here's maximum reverse and restore to default. So anyway, it's a little bit about the V2 programmer. You do need the V2 programmer. My V1 programmer did not work, so I just want to let you know. And this is the Co-Show. Those motors are quiet. Front dig. My dog says no fun for you. She wants to play ball now because I'm playing car. Oh, yellow than over here. Those motors are the poo-poo. So how fast will it go? We got your front dig. You got your four-wheel drive. We got your rear. I can overdrive the front. We can give it a little bit of trim. See that ass end come up? It's because the rear wheels are going faster.